So I'm the wrap-up with the final marching orders. But not only the final marching orders, why did this happen? I'm not God, I can't tell you. But our rabbis did tell us when things happened in the past. And if they tell me what happened in the past, can I learn from the past to tell me what happened today? So first and foremost, God allowed the following verse to be written in the Megillah. Haman, our worst enemy, was sitting with King Ahasuerus. And King Ahasuerus went and said, what do you want from me, Haman? So he says, Yesh am mefuzah mefurim mibeinu amim. There's a nation. They're so divided. They're now living amongst the nations. We could conquer and kill them all. Ahasuerus said, here's my ring, go do it. In the Gemara Megillah, the rabbis asked, what was the weakness of the Jews? Fighting between themselves. God takes away his protection, and Haman rose to power. When we're united, we have a higher than nature protection. 6-day war, bada bing, bada boom. The second temple was destroyed. Those that have gone to Jerusalem, you heard it from all the guides. The upper city, where the Kohanim and all the rabbis lived, they wanted to make peace with Rome. In the lower city, they called them the Zealots. No, we're not going to do politics with Rome. They burnt down all the food. They destroyed the infrastructure of Jerusalem, and the temple was destroyed. The rabbis asked, why did God allow his temple to be destroyed? Mipnei sinas chinam. Simple hatred for no reason. My dear friends, I am not saying why we didn't know about paragliders. I don't know why anything came through the fences. But I do know one thing. When Jewish people are united, nothing can hurt us. But if anybody noticed what was going on in the Holy Land, and half of us were saying, it's okay, they're fighting for me, and the other half is saying, they're fighting for me, I am letting you all know, there's a poison. It's called a false god, the golden calf. It's called politics. It's a concept that was created to divide you. And we Jews have made it our God, that is my most important way of thinking. And I will turn to my brother if they don't think like me. So much is it that the poison is in Fox, MSNBC, and CNN in America. I need you to get upset because of them. I'm not saying you shouldn't get involved in politics, but you shall not hate your brother because of it. The moment you hate your brother, Haman rises and attacks. Does anybody know which country Haman was part of? The same place that goes and orchestrates all the hate towards the Holy Land today. Persia is our enemy. So the very first thing we must recognize is, I know everybody's saying we're all Am Echad, we're all one nation, and we all stand for Israel. Really? One nation with one Jew outside is not one nation anymore. It's 1.1. We're broken. So I don't care if a person doesn't think like me politically. I care more that this Jewish person is my brother. And every family has an Uncle Fester. Do you know who Uncle Fester is? Oh, Baruch Hashem. I just want to make sure that I didn't go over everybody's head over here. You know. Adam's family. Oh, yeah. So each one of us must recognize that the key to bringing Israel back to its strength is what's exactly happening now. We are all united. Thank God, most of the Jewish people, 98.9, if not 99.9 of the Jewish people are united as one, and they are saying we stand together. It's so beautiful to see on Instagram and Facebook. I spent 15 minutes today scrolling all of my beautiful friends, and I didn't hear one political statement. All I saw was, I stand with Israel. In fact, there was one person that today sent me a picture of a man, 60 years old, never put on tefillin. He was wrapped in talus and tefillin, and he said, I'm doing it for the country, for the safety, for the blessings of the Holy Land. A man for 60 years who said, no, I'm a Jew, and I'm proud, and I'll sing it. That's what he did today. And he went and he united with the Jewish people. I heard the other night, a rabbi got up there and said, what do Jewish people say? So he said, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. But when the rabbi went and said, what is it saying, God's tefillin? He left out one word. And I was waiting for him. Maybe he made a mistake. He'll repeat it a second time. And he said, Mi ka'amcha ba'aretz. No, he said, Mi ka'amcha goy ba'aretz. Who is like this nation on earth? There's one more word in God's tefillin. Echad. Who is like this united one nation? You can't be divided. So I'm saying to everybody, you came here tonight. This is not a rally that we're all united for Israel. I know that. You don't have to come here for that. My email was a call to action. So we have already action, what we got to do with our kinderlach and how to keep them sane. We have, thank God, beautiful marching orders for ourselves. Move, do something. We have fantastic from Jennifer who tells us, don't sit. Write letters to the LA Times. Go and do something with your senators. Write letters. Do something. Be proactive. Because when energy is negative and angry, it piles up and you become weak. So before I give you the thing, I want to speak about a terrorist attack that took the Rabbi, my mentor, my leader, and you almost, I can't say paralyzed him, but something affected him. In 1957, a little village outside Tel Aviv was sprouting. Russian family, Chabad families, American Chabad families made a little village called Kfar Chabad. A little village called Kfar Chabad. And in the middle of the night, yeshiva boys were learning Torah. That's all they wanted to do. Learn Torah. That's all they wanted to do. Terrorists came in and went and killed 5 Chabad boys. The families all were bawling their eyes out. Is this what we came to this place for? Is this what we signed up for? So in the midst of the night, they sent a telegram to the Rabbi, and they said to the Rebbe, 5 boys were murdered. For 3 days, the Rebbe did not come out of his room. Devastated. His own Hasidim, on his shoulders he sent people. And they died. Massacred. No different than what we saw today. And they were sitting shiva. The families, the whole community, the whole was a small one. And all of a sudden a telegram came back from New York. And the rabbi who got the telegram said, everybody come to the base medrash. The Rebbe gave an answer. They all come running. The men put on their jackets, their gatlach. The Rebbe is going to give us an answer. And the Rebbe's words were as follows. in your building, you will find comfort. In other words, don't sit still. Turn this tragedy and this negative energy into the most positive thing. Since 1945, we Jewish people not only built up a country, but we built up Jewish institutions around the world. There's more Torah today in the world than before World War II. Why? Because we Jews do not sit and get depressed. It's not our ideology. We get up and we do. So tonight's marching orders are as follows, and you can read it along with me. Every one of us must have a book in their house called Tehillim or Psalms. If you don't know where it is, it's in your Jewish Bible. If you got a different Bible, I'll send you a text. Open up the book of Tehillim, the book of Psalms, and every day, before your coffee, I know it's tough, chapters 20 and 121. 20 is literally 7-8 verses. 121 is very, very short. They may have chariots, they may have horses, but we rely on the Almighty, says King David. Chapter 121, who shall my help come from? I turn my eyes to the heaven, but the Lord shall protect me. This prayer is not just for you, but you got to think about that I am one body with those soldiers, like my son said, in Israel, those families that are suffering in Israel. Your prayers will uplift them. Marching order number 2. Many of us don't have one of these. It's called a pushka, a charity box. What you're going to do is take a coffee jar, or if you have a baby, a beech nut jar. You clean it out, and every morning you go to the bank, you get a roll of quarters. Every morning you give your child a quarter. And you say, before you eat breakfast, take the quarter and put it into the charity. Put this as a tzedakah box. Why, mommy? Why, daddy? Because we must give to others before we think of ourselves. You are eliciting from God that you care more about someone else. May God go and consider this blessing. May he consider our soldiers, our families that are suffering, and take care of them. This is the way we do it, tzedakah. So everybody put the coins, and when it gets full, you can bring it to me. We take the jar and walk over to somebody who needs a pair of shoes in public school or anywhere and buy it for them. Your child will realize, look at me, I'm changing lives a quarter a day. Next, hug a Jew. What? Yeah, hug a Jew. What do you mean? Nobody wants to be hugged. Just hug Jews. What are you talking about? You ever see two Hasidim when they see each other for the first time? You ever see two Hasidim? Give me a kush. Today, I walk down the street, I come to shul, there's somebody walking the dog. They go, good morning, good morning, good morning. They're doing the polite morning, good morning, morning, morning. A Jew! Hello to them. I love you. He's going to say, yeah, but I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. You see how that divided you? Who cares what you are? You ever see how people walk into a Chabad house? Tattoos, earrings, mini skirts, low skirts, no skirts. Boys wearing skirts, whatever. Lachnish. That's love. May the love of Chabad be infectious in your life. So walk over to a Jew who works in your office. I said, the rabbi gave me a command, and show them. I must hug you. Do not do a guy to a girl. You may get fired. And be sure it's not a guy to a guy either. Check him out first, because you may get fired also. But if it's all good, no jokes, pure love is needed. Every Jew is precious. Get off the politics. Do you know how many times people used to go and talk to me politics? But you're the rabbi of KFI radio. It's okay. Did you put on film today? Did you light Shabbos candles today? That to me is more important than if you voted for Biden or Trump. But Rabbi! Yeah, but they're going to stuff the ballots. No, I'm just joking. Come on. I'm allowed to have a comedy store for a few minutes. Another marching order. How come, women, what are you doing? You're sitting in traffic at 6 o'clock? What are you doing in traffic 6 o'clock? Where are you running from? Come home early. Light the Shabbos candles. Don't you get it? Every single Friday, you bring a light that is eternal. See, a mitzvah doesn't go, okay, the candle's gone, okay, there's no more light in the world. No! You did a mitzvah. You did a godly act. It stays forever, your light. How could you not light, especially during this war? And men, I'm not going to go and out this guy who put on film for the first time in 60 years, because I know you're all going to scream at him. What took you so long? But there are still Jewish men that still do not put on tefillin every day. What is it? What is it? What is it? 15 minutes later, you could have put on tefillin twice. Tefillin. You wrapping tefillin? God puts on tefillin and says how great you are. Another thing. People are coming up to me all night and say, Rabbi, give me a charity to donate to. I have an Israeli soldier. He's going to Israel. He's raising money for this. You all know your charities to give to. Give. Some people say don't give to the big corporation charities. Some people say give it directly to chat. Give. Don't ask questions. I say, you want to give to Chabad? Don't donate to Chabad Bel Air. Tonight. Tomorrow you're allowed to. Tonight, I put on Chabad.org 87032. There's a great organization in Chabad called the Terror Victims Project. When children lose their parents, in a war, one of their parents, who pays for their bar mitzvah? Who pays for their tuition? Who pays for the upcoming wedding? Chabad takes care of these life cycles. They take care of a lot of things. When a house is burnt, they'll bring them to a new house and give them furniture. So if anybody wants to give to the Chabad Terror Project, that's the one to give it to. Write letters, yes. But here's a beauty. You have a child here, a teenager? Ask them to write a letter to a random soldier. Dear soldier, I love you. Tell me why. Email them to me, and I guarantee you it's going to get into the package that will go to the front line. You have no idea. I was in Hebron once, and I asked Rabbi Danny, and I asked Danny, do all these things that people say, letters and cookies, and does it actually hit the soldiers? He said, you bet your boots they do. And when we get it, we cherish it. So have your little kid just draw a sun, picture of Jerusalem, I love you. Keep on helping Jewish people in it. That's all you need to do. You don't have to say go fight. You don't have to go say the words go kill. We don't need to talk about that. We need to talk about we're so happy that you're helping our Jewish brothers and sisters. Oh, and last but not least, you have this list. You got to do it for 2 weeks, some of the things, at least. Please talk to your friends. Say, I went to Chabad, and Chabad said it's good to stand with Israel, but they gave us stuff to do. Please join me. You heard the C team say that. Please join the teams. Let's start doing something. And now, to show that we are really one beautiful nation, I'm going to ask everybody to rise, and we're going to do one last prayer, but we do it the way Chabad does things, in a song. Yes? Wait. Let's do this. 1 minute. I'll take questions after the prayer. I'll take statements after. Yes, everybody together. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Oh, yaseh shalom, hey, yaseh shalom, hey, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, hu yaseh shalom, hey, yaseh shalom, hey, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Oh, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Hey, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Before you leave, I would like to say, Oseh Shalom bimromav. Why do we sing this? Oseh Shalom bimromav. He who makes peace in heaven. What peace is in heaven? You see, to make heaven, Shomayim is heaven. That's Eish and Mayim, fire and water. In order for heaven to exist, fire and water have to make peace with each other. Oseh Shalom bimromav. He who makes peace in heaven. Hu yaseh Shalom. You can make peace, Oleinu, for us and for the world, including V'al Kol Yisrael, the entire Jewish nation, and we answer v'neimar, Amen. I know a few of you would like to ask a few questions. If anybody wants to ask questions, I'll stay here. But this concludes tonight's beautiful service. I will send out an email with the marching orders. Please tell your friends that tonight you went to an uplifting service where you heard love and only love amongst our people. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
But
I miss you very much, Rabbi Mentz. I missed you very much. I'm going to hug the first Jew.